something that you're doing has me falling off.
Walking on a dream. How can I explain? Talking to myself. Will I see again? We are always running for the thrill of it, thrill of it. Always pushing up the hill, searching for the thrill of it. All along we are calling out now to get. Never looking down, I'm just an aura of what's in front of me.
Yeah.
Like a romantic relationship is similar to a platonic one, but it's just like you go that step further.
Platonic love, I guess it usually is associated with people who strictly just want to be friends, and romantic love is strictly related to people who want to date and possibly further than that, which is marriage.
Platonic love is so it's like love between like friendship love, so like you love your best friend, but not in a romantic way. Like you love them like you love them like as a friend.
Beyond what you have for a friendship, like you want to go more.
So I would say they're different, but oftentimes platonic love could lead to romantic love.
I think that sometimes you can be vulnerable in front of your friends and your family, because those friends that you are vulnerable in front of are truly family to you, even if you don't realize it.
Your friends are usually the same age as you, so it's easier for them to relate to like what you're going through, and they see your perspective while your parents or something might not see it the same way.
Generally when you're around your friends, like they know another side of you that your family doesn't know.
I think just sort of naturally conversations about our level of comforts come up, and then maybe just by that people become aware of what you're comfortable with. But I think it's important, especially in a friendship and one that you're really you believe in, and it's important to you that you're forthcoming.
Like by communicating with them, I guess I'll make sure to let them know like what I like and don't like, I guess.
I don't want nothing to destroy that, like our friendship.
That at least people know, but you can't expect somebody to change their behavior or alter how maybe the way that they're interacting with you if they don't know. So yeah, I think being forthcoming is the most important part.
Till I drive you away. I know what you'll say. You say, oh, someone you know. But I promise you this.
If you're truly close to your parents, if your parents truly did a good job raising you, then you definitely, in your own heart, you kind of feel the obligation, the responsibility to love them.
If your family is trying and your family does try to love you, then I think out of respect and out of respect for their effort, that you should also try to love them as much as you can as well.
No, you're not obligated to love your family, but you are obligated to love in general.
Well, you can consider your friends as family. I think that like love is like very, you can love a lot of people. So I think it's possible, because you could consider your friends your own family.
I think your own actions and the way that you live your life and how you're treated is more dependent than just your familiar bond with someone.
Very complicated. I think that family could also just be a loose term. It doesn't have to necessarily mean blood related. I feel like in my head, family could be chosen family as well.
Things are the same thing, because if God calls us to love, there's no higher form of love than serving the family.
Because like I don't know, like how you view it at first, like you're like an individual, and then it's also like who you interact with. So God kind of dictates, for me personally, like how I act, what I value, and how I actually treat others.
But I would say putting God as a priority means that I'll be loving my family to the fullest.
I had a thought, dear, however scary, about that night, the bugs in the dirt. Why were
without God, we don't really understand what is love.
Because God is the center of probably most people's life, or whoever it is that they believe in. Like faith is the center of everyone's life, that automatically it's going to happen no matter what.
He knows better than we do. He knows how we should be treating each other and how like how we should value each other, because he sees us in like such a wonderful, loving way that we want to replicate for each other.
God allows us to be more optimistic and more trustworthy and more faithful in others and Him. I think that it could be worth it and it can make it last longer because of that.
I think having God in a relationship makes it easier. There's always someone that's kind of in the middle, kind of guides you what to do when problems occur. There's always a benchmark that you can compare to what relationship you should have with your partner or the person that you're with.
But God is what leads us all to each other as well, and God's love for us brings us together too. So I think that it just kind of goes hand in hand.
Trusting someone else is very hard in itself, but if you could have a common source of trust, which is God, I think it can make a lot of things easier.
God is the one that is filling us with love and with compassion and with kindness to make the relationship work more smoothly.
Like if both people like believe in God, I think it makes it super easy, like way easier, because that means you guys have the same like values. So it's easier for you guys to make decisions and work through things together because you see stuff from the same point of view.
I love the Smiths.
Sorry?
I said I love the Smiths.
Fun and pretty beautiful. She's got these eyes.
Who made them know that they deserve more? We can try.
Is it dagger?
You were a wonderful experience.
It's a weapon to be wielded far away or up close. You can see yourself in it.
I would say that oftentimes when people have a lower self-esteem and have a lower idea of self-worth to themselves, they often accept superficial love because it's what they think they deserve.
It's easy to be taken and sort of brought in a different direction and see somebody that you might find attractive as somebody that you might actually truly love, because you don't understand the element of respect and everything else that goes with being with someone that truly cares about you.
People use that to define, qualities that they don't have, and then that makes them seek out more superficial things.
I don't know, with lust I feel like there's nothing real there, you're just trying to fulfill a desire. Whereas with sexual love, I feel like that's like an intimate thing.
Lust is when you're using like sexual activities for your own gain and your own satisfaction. But for sexual love, you can actually share that with a different person, with someone that you actually have deep feelings for and you share an affection for.
Both are really intimate, but like the thing is that when you guys have that moment, it should be something just the two of you and God.
Lust doesn't have the same kind of connection. It's very one-dimensional.
Being sexually involved is a form of showing love to each other, so if you both are comfortable and you both like that way of showing love, then I think it's kind of necessary.
In a healthy romantic relationship, well, I'm a Catholic teacher in a Catholic school, so after marriage, I think that is part of a healthy romantic relationship, yes.
I don't know.
Alright, film. I'm still in film. You ready?
Yeah. Sorry.
Let's try Austin. Okay. My favorite Bible verse.
Sure. Bible verse about love, and why is it important to us?
1 Corinthians 16:14. Do everything in love. And to me, it's just like, it tells us what to do. Like, it's instructions to how to live on earth. It just reminds us to like not only love our friends and family, but our enemies as well. And like, some people always ask like, why should I love my enemy? Well, it's because you would say your enemy like does things to you, right? And whether it's like being mean, bullying, they just torment your life and they make it miserable, right? And that's what we do to God. And so like, in reality, I guess we could say that we are enemies towards God sometimes. But the thing is that despite that, He still continues to love us. We are each other's enemies, and we are also God's enemies, but He still loves us. So treat everyone with the love and kindness that because even if they don't deserve it, you don't deserve the love that God gives us as well.
Mine is 1 Corinthians verse 14. verse 13, verses 4 to 8. So love is kind, love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres. In the Bible, this is how it's defined, right? Love is defined in this way. And I feel as though this is how God shows his love for us. So he's patient, even though no matter how much we sin, he's patient. He waits for us to come to him with all our troubles and all our worries. He waits for us to surrender everything to him. He's kind always, and his love is humble as well, right? Yeah. Way I would say that once I know that this is the person is when I can replace the word love in that Bible verse with their name. In the sense that I can determine that this person is someone that God sent to me.
Well, it's just like the thing is like with family and stuff, you're always gonna love your family before the people you meet outside your family, like before your friends. Just cause it's like the person who's always been around you the most. And like sometimes in our life we feel alone, but in reality, like God is always with us, right? And so it's just like you can't love the people who weren't in our lives at first if we don't love the person who's with us from the start, which is God. Throughout life, we're gonna lose people, friends or family, right? And it's gonna be like unfortunate, but the thing is that like we never lose God. Like he will always like stay committed to us and be with us. When you think about love, you think about like loving someone forever, right? And I guess it's just basically saying like the first person you should learn to love forever is the person who loves you forever, which is God.
Yes. I also feel like it's because God is the one that shows you how to love.
Yeah.
He's the only one who can show the unconditional love, and he's the reason why you can love others.
Yeah, without like love for God, we'll never actually be able to truly love others because we just don't know.
Yeah, we don't know what love is without God. How can we increase our love for others? Through his word.
Yeah, through his word, through preaching crazy.
Yeah.
But also I think just like going out there and talking to people, right? Like you love everyone for a different reason. Your love for another person is not the same. And like in order to, I guess, like increase that, you just have to build a relationship with them and kind of like take the risk and hope that they won't do you dirty and stuff. It's hard to explain.
It's hard to explain. Yeah, taking risks is a big thing because if you don't take risks, you don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like openly. If you love someone, just show it. You know what I mean? It's like why hold yourself back? If you can, the way you can increase your love for others, flaunt it, show it, express it, just like how God expresses it to us all the time. I feel like I'm not delivering it properly. I don't know.
It's good. I like it. I like your answers. Also, I like your fit.
Thank you.
I like the shirt, the button up.
Thank you.
Oh, you pulled it off better than me though.
Why though?
Well, like prayer can increase love. It's just cause like talking to God, praying to God, that's how we show our love to him, right? Preaching and praising is how we show how much God means to us, because like for people it's really hard to share their religion with others because they don't want to be seen as like judgmental or crazy. But when we do it, it just shows how like our love for God is so much that we don't care about what other people think. And then I think like through that, through praying and through preaching and praising, you just learn to like to truly love someone, because you're like, if I could do this for God, I could do this for anyone. You just get more comfortable loving another person.
Yeah. I think prayer is a love. It's a form of love. It's like when I say that, oh, I pray for you. I think that means a lot. You know, like when you say that you pray for me, like it means a lot. Like it's touching.
Yeah, it's like more than like I don't know. Like I love you is like nice and stuff, but I feel like it's more sometimes like when you say like, oh, I pray for you.
It's knowing that God is in the center of that relationship. So it's not just love that's shared between two humans. It's love when God is involved, and that's like it's so much deeper than that. It's such a deep connection. I feel like prayer is the purest form of love.
It's just talking.
Yeah, you're just talking.
Just expressing feelings.
Yeah.
And sometimes like praying is like you can express your feelings and emotions better than you can do when you're talking.
Because God knows what you feel.
Yeah.
Even when you can't convey it into words,
You're still praying.
you're still praying. God knows how you've tried. There's a worm!
Where? There's no worm.
There is. You lied. I just saw it.
That's not a worm.
No, I just saw it. I swear, I'm not even lying.
That's it.
No, it's not.
Next question. Don't protect you though where there's no worm. We're literally fighting through rain yesterday to get home.
Why is love greater than faith and hope?
Love is greater than faith and hope because it's the foundation of faith and hope. Like, you don't just have faith and hope in people or something that you don't really know about or love about. Like, by loving something, you start to care for it. You start to have hope in them. You start to have faith in them. The reason why people's faiths are so strong with God is because they love them. Like, I guess when you hear people like who don't really truly like dive into their relationship with God, they don't really have faith. They lack faith and they lack hope, not just in Him, but in a better future and stuff.
Love is definitely a choice.
The love is a feeling.
It's a choice to stay in love with someone.
Love is to seek the good of the other.
You choose to love people.
Love is also a commitment.
Love is a feeling.
I don't know what else to say. The good Lord gives. The good Lord taketh away. That's how it
And like sometimes, like as humans, we feel stuff sometimes. Sometimes we have bad days, sometimes we don't.
I'm sure we're taller in another dimension. You say we're small and not worth the mention. You're tired of moving, your body's aching. We could vacate, there's places to go.